highest world ranking, but still obviously very good at 32 years old. Filippo Mackey making his senior podium debut here, guaranteed at least the silver medal. He's just 21 and the world number 34. We've seen Isora Tibus, who won the title in 2020, so she retained her Touring Grand Prix title, and Garrick Meinhardt has an opportunity to do the same. So this finals piece has had its technical issues, and I've got to say, it can't blame it on one side or the other. We've seen it both ends, and we've seen the piece suddenly go unearthed as well, so an off-target light coming up. And we have seen the weapons. That's not the first time we've seen a weapon coming out of the bag in the finals piece being surrendered to the referee. That's quite unusual, because all these weapons are checked literally before the fencers come out, so that you don't have to test them on the piece. So it is a bit of a surprise that we've seen that happen so many times. So, underway for the second time. Meinhardt on the right, fencing for the USA. Mackey on the left, fencing for Italy and the home nation. Just an air of confidence about Filippo Mackey today. Right the way through the day, he's bossed his fights, and you can just feel an aura around him. He's definitely here for business. So line given for Mackey off target, so he stuck his arm out. That gives you the right of way as long as you keep it straight. He ended up with an S-bend in his foil, tried to straighten up, and that's snapped into two pieces. Can't be using that, so now Mackey replaces his weapon. There's an element of a bit of needle as well in Mackey, I have to say. He's fighting with a little bit of anger. He was up against and beat Miles Chamberlain-Watson of the USA a little bit earlier on today, but there was some strong words between the two of them. I don't think that kind of bravado is going to work with Garrick Meinhardt. He will just laugh it off. Meinhardt also conscious here, not rushing in this fight. He's taking his time. Look, he's given up a couple of hits here, but he's looking to see what Mackey's doing. He's looking to feel the distance. Not taking any big risks at the moment, but you just wait. Very, very confident hit from Filippo Mackey. Keeps his head up and his eyes open. Meinhardt had 2 good stabs at a remise of the attack. 1, 2, and then holding his ground, he just looked, waited, and hit his opponent. Very solid start from the Italian. Oh, nice. Little inverted hit there from the left-hander. You see a number of left-handers using that to go underneath the high-line parry from the right-hander. Just creates another angle that's very difficult to parry. Oh, there was a chance there for Meinhardt. Mackey has got the wind in his sails here. Oh. There was nowhere Meinhardt could go apart from up, and even that didn't help. So just hitting on the inside of the wrist, somewhere on the arm. Meinhardt didn't feel it, but that's where the off-target light came up for Mackey right at the beginning of Meinhardt's attack. Now, in close quarters, Meinhardt can't afford to do this again. That's twice now that he's been hit in a close quarters encounter. He's got to either avoid that situation or perhaps get past his opponent. Mackey, some days in fencing it is your day, and certainly today, Mackey's having a blinder, whatever happens in this one, but at the moment, he's beating a seasoned medalist at Grand Prix. 6-0 in the first period of the men's foil final here in Turin. So Meinhardt decides he's going to have to come out on the attack. And Mackey can handle that as well. Holds his ground. And is able not only to land a counter-attack, but block the attack as well. Finally, Gerrit Meinhardt gets off the mark. Now beats attack. So can Meinhardt build a head of steam, just as Mackey's done at the beginning of this fight? Just, if he can get back to within 3 by the end of this period, he's right back in this match. Nice little feint cut over hit from the American. Oh, that is... It's like Mackey's just turned the lights off a little bit here. He's taken a little bit of a hit to the middle of the chest. I wonder if that is just to give himself a little bit of a reset, stop the momentum. give him the benefit of the doubt. That might have been a little sore if he wasn't expecting it, and it was a very last or late change of line flick up. It's hit the base of his rib cage. That would be a little stingy. Not sure there's much that he can do about it. Well, jacket's unzipped. Not 100% sure there's huge range you can do. That's just the hit. Well, that was a little earlier. This is down the other end of the piece. So this is right at the beginning of the fight when Mackey got on a massive run. A couple of hits in close quarters. Meinhardt even jumping up in the air couldn't get away from this lightning Italian who is on absolute fire. But then Meinhardt stops the rot, starts landing a number of hits. Only for Mackey to stop the fight and call for medical attention. I'll let you decide whether that's gamesmanship or not. It's going to be hard to rattle Garrick Meinhardt with all his experience. Well, it looks all right. Generous round of applause from the crowd here. He is, of course, on home soil, so most of the crowd are behind him. And the good thing is they did actually start the medical timeout clock, so that means that can't stop the fight for the same injury again. Filippo Mackey. Might not have seen this all before. I'll be happy to take a little break and resume hostilities. So that was given as attack left, even though Meinhardt missed. If he'd hit, he wouldn't have got the hit. So it has stopped the rapid run of hits that Meinhardt got on. That's a couple in a row now for Mackey. So patience there. So showing that there is a lot to his game here, Filippo Mackey, at the age of 21. And you look at the other young Italian fencers. Tommaso Marini's broken through in the last couple of years, you know, despite all the disruption that we've had in international sport. But sometimes when one athlete breaks through from a country, it spurs the others on, and it seems that's what's happening here with at least Filippo Mackey. And he's clearly prepared well for the season. He won the satellite event in Zagreb, Croatia in October. Didn't make the 64 at the World Cup in Bonn, but did in Tokyo, Japan, and made the quarterfinals at the last World Cup in Paris back in January. So this has been brewing for Filippo Mackey. So we go to the break, and Filippo Mackey is in control of this one. Meinhardt has fought his way back from 6-0 down to be within 3, so he's not out of this, but Mackey is certainly in a commanding position. So second period of this interesting matchup between Filippo Mackey making his senior podium debut, leading Geraint Meinhardt 10-7 coming into this. Meinhardt's got the first hit, but we've now got a video review. Florian Jorge in control of the fight, and he goes to consult his video referee assistant Fajani, and gives attack to the left. So rather than Meinhardt closing the gap, it's opened up for Mackey on a turnaround of decision, but Geraint Meinhardt with that much more direct approach, that's what's been effective for him. Threatening, but changing the line at the last minute. It's always going to be the attack there. And this just shows the maturity of the fight craft within Filippo Mackey. He's able now to control his long attack. One light. That's happened twice now for Gerrit Meinhardt, coming into the middle off a reset and missing. Meinhardt went on that run of hits from 6-0 down. Mackey's decided the way to contain that and the way to contest it is come into the middle, and if he thinks Meinhardt's going after him, he goes after his opponent. Mackey coming off the piste. He can't score that hit. He can't be given that hit. The referee's called halt because he's come off the piste. Mackey now contesting it, but he's the one that slipped out of the piste. That's what the referee's called halt for. For the safety of the athlete, he can't score there. And has to, when he comes back to the piste, concede a metre of ground. And now Gerrit Meinhardt's calling. Now we've got to look at where the back foot has gone off the piste, because you then have to reset the fences 1 metre behind that point, the fencer that's broken the boundaries. Referees are getting a look at the replay here. They've had a very quick look at it, in fact, and they're right back out here. So critical where Mackey came off the piste and with which foot. So he's saying that he was inside, had more than a metre of ground from where he came off the piste. So setting him a metre back doesn't push him over the back line and result in a hit for Gerrit Meinhardt. First one is no for me from Mackey, and Florian Jorge's given that to Meinhardt, and Mackey acknowledges. Oh, while we've been watching that replay, Meinhardt's gone and scored another one here. He gets another one without a reply from Mackey. We're going to fight back on our hands. Beat attack from Gerrit Meinhardt. Ooh, can he get another one? Weapon tested from Mackey. It works. I think sometimes those tests are just a little bit of hope that it somehow is broken. But it also allows another pause in the match as Mackey hands the weapon in, says, I'm not happy with that one. I want another one. Goes to his bag. Oh, that's nice. Can't beat flicked shoulder. Mackey won away from his first medal at senior level and won away from that medal being gold. Crowd are already clapping here in Turin. Attack goes through, but it's off target. Attack right for Meinhardt. Certainly not done here. Meinhardt will fight to the end, but now just pulling on his back leg, on his back hamstring. He's done some damage to that calf coming off the piste. Oh, another one across the body. This opposite-handed fencing, it's a hit that's very common, both for a left-hander against a right-hander and a right-hander against a left-hander. Gerrit Meinhardt within one. Mackey looks strong still. Doesn't look nervous, but Meinhardt in close quarters. This time, he doesn't back away. And that is a lesson he learned early on. Very strong refereeing from Florian Jorge. Exceptionally close. Mackey finding the blade, but hitting off target. Right on a knife edge, this one. Attack right for me, preparation from Mackey, and that's what Florian Jorge has given. And we've got a 14 all on our hands here, and I've got to say, I'm nervous for both of these fences. I've got no idea which way this one's going to go. The momentum has run from one side to the other. Perhaps it's a turn of Mackey to get on a run, but Meinhardt has got himself right back in this. The crowd a bit loud still. Mackey not hearing the referee, even though he's mic'd up. Now, the referee's going to have a look at this one. In my opinion, Mackey has stepped in and tried to look for the blade, and Meinhardt has landed the final attack. The referee has to go and look at the video anyway at 14-14. Both fencers cheering for this one, but Meinhardt, for me, is the more convincing. I think Mackey's gone and looked for it here, there, and that's where the attack starts from Meinhardt. I'm even more convinced now I've seen the replay. Attack right for Gerrit Meinhardt. He's defended the title he won back in 2020, but boy, oh boy, what grit, what determination to fight back from so far behind on 2 occasions. Gerrit Meinhardt, you superstar. You are the champion of Turin, but boy, Filippo Mackey has made a big statement here in Turin, claiming his first ever senior medal, silver, at the Turin Grand Prix. What a match that was. What an absolutely stunning match that was. Gerrit Meinhardt from the USA claiming the gold medal here in Turin, defending the title he won at the very last time this event was held back in 2020. So that's it on the piste. Take a look back at 14-14, the final hit. Watch the arm come back here from the fencer on the left, Filippo Mackey, and that's what gives the victory to Gerrit Meinhardt.
Please come on the play for the medal ceremony.
Well, what a matchup. And confirmation that Gerrit Meinhardt takes the Turin title from Filippo Mackey, and that's thrilling.